Today on the Topping Show, a U.S. politician says Ukraine border is more important than ours. The United Auto Worker adds Volkswagen after a vote. Tweet contrasting a child abuser getting 180 days in jail juxtaposed with Trump facing with 700 years in jail goes viral. A teacher says it's okay to be racist against white people. Vivek on Republicans voting for FISA 702. Tesla slashes prices by up to $2,000. While Porsche brings back the V8 for their SUV, now they just need 3 pedals. Netflix will no longer share subscriber numbers, and the Tesla Cybertruck has a recall, and this time it's physical. All of that and much, much more on The Topping Show. Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in today. Today's episode of The Topping Show is proudly sponsored by Topping Technologies and ExpressVPN. Topping Technologies is an IT value-added reseller and services company with a special proficiency in IT security. Heck, I see their founder released twice a day. Gotta say he's quite handsome and brilliant. He's me, you see, that's the joke. If you're an IT leader or a business owner, reach the team at sales@toppingtechnologies.com. Also trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you could click that button, I would greatly appreciate it. Now going over to the business part of the podcast, you have Tesla slashing prices by up to $2,000, which is quite a pretty penny to say at least. Well, we should probably say a vintage pretty penny, which is actually worth something. Truth be told, inflation is so bad. The original Ford was around $450, correlates to about $20,000 nowadays. Inflation is the real thief. But nevertheless, back to Tesla. It turns out they say that they're going to slash the U.S. prices on the Model Y, S, and X vehicles after they had a rough week. They know that the starting prices will be reduced after they also have a nice little recall on their belt as well. Pulling it up really quick here, they say that the cuts reduce the starting price of the Model Y to $42,990 and to $72,990 for the Model S and $77,990 for the Model X. Previously should have said the Model S. Now granted, they said one of the reasons they're doing this is because the stock has been dropping precipitously, and Elon also noted that they will be, soon coming out with a lower entry-level vehicle that will be around $29,000 after you and I give them a little tax credit. And this is also coming after the company slashed around 10% of their staff. So traditionally speaking, some business professionals will say, well, at a certain price point, anything will sell. And to a certain degree, that I could see a little bit of truth in that. At a certain price point, most people buy any knick-knack on the market. Now, the EVs, it's interesting to see. The adoption rate is continuing to decrease. The biggest growing category in the United States that consumers seem to be fleeting to is hybrids, because perhaps some people can't do math in terms of, oh wait, the battery dies. Now it's basically just a really heavy paperweight with an ICE engine, and fuel economy goes to nothing. But nevertheless, I partially am kidding. I mainly see them as a luxury for many people who have multiple vehicles. But with Teslas, oh yeah, and you could also can't have mom and pop work on your car, or if you want to repair it or maintain it, you have to have them do everything because it's locked in like a smartphone. But I partially digress. There's more and more competition in the EV market. You also have BYD, headquartered out of China, growing exponentially, which as soon as they start to import things to the US, that will just, in my opinion, decimate any other company trying to compete on a price point or in the EV marketplace. So it'll be interesting to see. I suspect this will increase the sales a little bit for Tesla because, again, they do need a little bit of assistance. You got 40-year hyperinflation, you got high interest rates for all the loans out there. There are a lot of people not buying a car, partially just because they really high interest rates, which is why some of the financing mechanisms of these big automobile companies, they're actually willing to seemingly lose, well, they're not going to lose money, but almost break even with some of these loans where they're trying to get people in the door, just trying to get them to buy a car. Is this enough to move the needle for you to actually go out and buy a Tesla? Personally, I always think the best vehicle is the one you already have, or more accurately, the one you already paid off. But let me know, is that enough of a discount to really move the needle to the point where you're going to go buy that vehicle? As always, it'll be fascinating to hear what you have to say. Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in. Again, we're trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you could click that button, I would greatly appreciate it. Also, leaving a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment is a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.